Did you know that Santa Claus is really a saint? He's St. Nicholas, who lived way back in the 4th century in the seaport of Myra along the Turkish coast. He's honored today in the great church of St. Nicholas in the city of Bari along the Adriatic coast of Italy. Let me tell you his story. Nicholas probably belonged to one of Myra's wealthy families who made a living on the sea. But he wasn't spoiled. His family taught him as a child to be generous with others because that makes you richer than anything else. One day, Nicholas heard there was a man in Myra who lost all his money when his business failed. He had 3 beautiful daughters who were going to get married, but there wasn't money for their marriage, and no one wanted to marry them because they were poor. They didn't even have enough to eat, and so the father, in desperation, decided to sell one of his daughters into slavery so that the rest could survive. The night before she was to be sold, Nicholas came to the window of their house and tossed in a small bag of gold and then vanished in the night. The next morning, the father found the gold on the floor. He had no idea where it came from. He thought it was counterfeit, but it was real. He fell to his knees and he thanked God for this gift. And then he arranged for his first daughter's wedding. There was enough left for them to live for almost a year. But he kept wondering, who gave them the gold? Before the year ended, the family again had nothing, and the father, again desperate, decided his second daughter had to be sold. But Nicholas heard about it and came to the window at night and tossed in another bag of gold. Again, the father couldn't believe it. Who gave this gift? A year passed, and their money ran out once more. And one night, the father heard steps outside his house, and suddenly a bag of gold fell upon the floor. The man ran out and caught the stranger. It was Nicholas. "Why did you give us the gold?" the father asked. "Because you needed it," Nicholas answered. "But why didn't you let us know who you were?" the man asked. "Because it's good to give and only have God know about it," Nicholas answered. When the bishop of Myra died, the people of the city, along with the neighboring bishops, came together in their cathedral to select a new bishop, and they prayed and asked God to point out who it would be. In a dream, God said to one of them that the next morning, someone would come through the cathedral door as they prayed, and he's the one. It was Nicholas who came through the door, and they named him their bishop. This unassuming man, so good, was meant by God to lead them. As Bishop of Myra, Nicholas was always ready to help people. He helped anyone in need, and then quietly he'd disappear without waiting for thanks. He was a holy man, and word about him spread quickly. He always wanted families to have enough to eat and a good place to live, that children got ahead in life, and that old people lived out their lives with dignity and respect. And he always loved the sailors on the sea. Without their ships, people wouldn't have food and the things that they need. But it's as one who loved children that Nicholas is best remembered today. While he lived, he gave little ones small gifts, candy, a toy. He always surprised children with his kindness. They learned from this holy man what a beautiful thing it is to give. We know St. Nicholas as Santa Claus.